Oh, good day, folks. Out in the garage today again. It's a cool fall day. And that gets me in the mode for hunting season. So I'll probably head in this Thursday for a night or two. It's the early hunt, the bow and black powder season. But I got to decide what knife I'm going to take with me, or knives. I'm out here getting them all prepped. Got some mink oil. Got some beeswax. I'll treat the sheaths that need it, the blades, the handles that need it, your wood handles. So I just got to decide what to take with me. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 knives here. Jeez, I wonder if that's a coincidence, Terry. Inside joke. Anyway, so some I've carried before, some I haven't. And let's have a look. Maybe you can help me decide. Now, right off the bat, I've got the old Gerber Bear Grills. And this is one I've decked out with a few additives. Carried it more as a bushcraft knife than a hunting knife, but it's been a good knife. Had it for a lot of years, got a lot of use out of it. But I'm thinking this one may graduate to a go bag knife, or something like that. It's got the all the little additives I made to it. There's a video out there on that I did a while back, if you want to check those out. Always something weird that has to happen when you're on camera. There we go. And you know what? It's a bit of a heavy knife with everything you've got going on. So we're going to set that one aside. That's going to be a truck knife. What I will be replacing it with is the Benchmade 202 Luco. I did a couple of videos on this one, a review and a testing video. So I was quite pleased with this one, and it performed well. So I think I'm going to carry that now as more of my bushcraft styled harvesting knife. So that one, I think I will be taking with me. So we'll park that over here. Now here is a more knife in Sweden. Bushcraft knife that I modified recently to include a ferro rod. And there's a video on that you can check out. And I've gotten a lot of use out of this knife. And I have processed game with this knife. And it does an excellent job and keeps a great edge. So that may be an option. But I want to get a little more specific, I think. So we'll park that one, I think, over here. Next, a knife I have yet to use is the Buck 119 Special. Comes with an awesome sheath. Just love the smell of the leather. You get the creak. That's good leather. I like that. So this is sold as a hunting knife. And it's a great knife. I can certainly see its value as that. Got a good tip on it. So that'd be a good option. I'm wanting to try this one. Now we get into a few older knives. This is a knife that my father picked up, I want to say late 70s, early 80s probably. And world famous super stainless, made in Japan. And I have a video out on this one. I brought this back from the camp in one of the late summer trips just to clean it up. Really nice skinning blade. Really comfortable handle. Good retention. So that's definitely an option. Comes with not the world's greatest leather sheath. I always kind of hate the ones where they do the cutout here, because if it's not a good sheath, eventually that does break. And this sheath was extremely dry. I had to do a lot to bring it back to life. And then we have this one that belonged to my godfather. Very sturdy leather sheath. Genuine leather. This was one I did a cleanup on. Very reminiscent of the Schrade Deer Slayer. And you can see there's a serial number there. I don't know if you can make that out. But there was a lot of thought that this was handcrafted for him. But then I did see an ad recently on eBay for pretty much the identical knife. And it was listed, I believe, as a Zytel. I'll try and sneak a picture in here of that right up there. So I'm thinking I might want to use this one just as a little homage to him. At the very least, carry it. Very good knife. So that, I think, is going to be a definite. And then this one is a Canadian-made Grohmann 101 Skinner that belonged to my great uncle. And this was another one I brought back to life. The sheath was extremely dry. The lanyard on it was so dry, I soaked it and treated it and soaked it and treated it and couldn't bring it back to life. So I added this one for now. Little stag bead there. That was the very first one I made, actually. Very nice leather sheath. You do have to be mindful you don't cut that strap. It's just a great skinning blade. And made right in Nova Scotia in Pictou. See there. Grohmann, Pictou, Nova Scotia, Canada. And these are pretty world famous knives, the Grohmanns. But a great, great skinning blade. So another one I'd like to carry, simply in memory of him. A cool sheath, got like a weaved in belt loop, which is kind of neat. It kind of gives it a bit of a dangler effect. And that's it for the fixed blades. So that brings us down to a couple other great traditional hunting knives. First being the Buck 110. Now, I've never used a Buck 110 hunting because this is my first Buck 110 I've ever owned. And this was the one my rescue buck that I got from the 13 years in a display case at a Canadian Tire, and had to reprofile the blade and do a lot of refurbishing. So I'd like to take this one. I keep it in this great Ed Costa Legacy Knives buffalo hide slip that Dave gave to me. Just a good story behind that. The day I came home with the knife, the slip was a surprise waiting for me in the mailbox. And then I recently picked up Buck 112. And I really like this knife. I like it. It just fits so well in the hand. I was just cutting some, doing some feather sticking on some wood with it to start a fire. But awesome knife. So maybe a toss-up between these two. I'm not sure. But anyways, folks, there's my options. So chime in below if you would. Which do you think I should take? Which would you prefer? Pick one or two or three or whatever and just kind of chime in, see what you think. But those are my main options right there. I look forward to hearing what you think. And hope you all have a great and wonderful day. Take care.